So today we are doing ceramic resin. We are going to go ahead and make 2 coasters. You can do either one of the large trays or 2 small trays. I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 smaller ones. First, let's go over our materials. We have our crafts and drafts instructions here. I have the molds that I'm going to use. I have 2 mixing cups here. If you are going to be mixing multiple colors, like doing 1 black and white and 1 blue and white coaster, you will want to have 1 mixing cup per color. So make sure you have that ready to go. I also have my colors here. These are heavily pigmented alcohol inks, so use very sparingly, but we'll go over that a little more later. I've got my 60 milliliters of water here for mixing into my resin. I've got 2 little mixing sticks here, one for each color, and I have my ceramic resin here as well. Here at Crafts and Drafts, we're going to give you a pre-measured 3/4 cup of resin mixture. Before you get started, make sure you have everything ready to go. All of your materials, the molds, and your inks and the water, because once this process gets started, it all happens really, really fast. The resin will start curing after roughly 2 minutes. Pretty much it's like once you add this water, you need to be just ready to go. I do also have optional gloves here. These are not provided in the Crafts and Drafts kit, but again, with the alcohol inks being so heavily pigmented, some people like to wear gloves just to protect their hands because they will stain your fingertips if they get on there. I've got everything ready here, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna first pour my mixture into one of these mixing cups. Because I'm using 2 different colors, what I'm gonna do first is I am going to mix just all of my resin at once, and then I'm gonna pour half the mixture into one cup and half into the other before I add my pigment. Make sure to scrape the bottom to get all of it. I'm feeling like this is very well mixed. So now I can see where this line is with my resin. So I'm just going to pour about half of it into the other mixing cup. So I'm gonna do 1 black and 1 blue, and I kind of want to go for like a marbled look. So I am going to do just 1 drop here, and I'm just gonna kind of mix it, but not crazy well. And you want to use the alcohol ink pretty sparingly because it is heavily pigmented. You don't need much. Add a drop at a time until you get the mixture that you're looking for. And then let's go ahead and do my other color. A few drops of the blue in here. And I'm going to keep it pretty marbled. Trying to keep an eye on it. It might not take as much mixing as you think. And now we wait. So we're gonna wanna give this a full hour. If you touch the tops of these after about 5 minutes, it will feel like they have cured, but they have not cured. We have definitely seen people take these out too soon, thinking they're totally done, and then they break in half because they weren't cured through to the middle. Don't touch it for an hour. And welcome back. So it has been a full hour that we have let our coasters cure. So I think it's time for the reveal. Ooh, this turned out cool. So it almost turned out kind of like speckled. That is really beautiful though. I love that. This one's kind of got some speckling too, but you can definitely see more of that like marbling in here as well. So these are pretty much done. There's a couple of optional things you could do. You can paint on these if you would like, and you can also seal these with a gloss if you so would like them to be a little bit more shiny. Yeah, otherwise these are done, ready to use in your home. Thank you so much for joining, and happy crafting.